welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to be playing a different game called Army Battle Simulator 2. It's in the Apple Store, and basically what you can do is you can take a bunch of different troop categories and battle them in sandbox mode. So I'm going to be testing each troop with against peasants, which is like the basic troop. So there's melee, range, cavalry, heavy, special, and epic. I don't have epic because you have to pay money. Anyway, so we got spearmen versus regular men. So here we go. Obviously, spearmen shredding them, and then next we're going to be doing gladiators versus men. And then, and then we'll see how that goes. Obviously, the men are level 3, let's max upgrade them with you get like 10, 15 gems after each battle. So I've upgraded them to max level. I haven't upgraded all the troops, but I don't want to play this game. I just like to get done to do it, and then I can get like the cinematic camera angles and stuff. Yeah, so red team won again because red team is the gladiators. Now we move on to what I like to call crazy axe movers. They're just basically axes who literally shred everything in the path. Look, stop. Boom, absolutely shredded. Battle complete, so you get like 10 gems. Next we're moving on to the standard infantry unit. They're actually decent. They're statistically better than the axes, but I've upgraded the axes to level 2, whereas the guards are good in the game. Only level 1 right now. Anyway, so as you can see, as with all the other ground troops, the guards absolutely shredded. Now we're moving on to shield men. Now, shield men are like a defensive troop. You put them in front of your other troops to shield them. Obviously, they should shield in the name. They have like 400 something hit points. Alright. Battle complete. Obviously, the shield men won. Now we're moving on to berserkers. And so we have, obviously we don't put 30 versus 30 because I just do OP. We're putting like 10, 15 if the troop is very good. Anyways, alright, so now we're moving on to ranged units. So you got your crossbows, your bows, your musketeers, and your M16s and your AK-47s. Now this game is actually like not very, it's like based on like ancient times and stuff, but you have, in the range category, you have AKs and M16s for some reason. I don't know why. Pretty sure they make another game like this where it's got like helicopters and stuff. I might play that if this video gets like some stuff, but probably not. Anyways, so the crossbows obviously needed to be back a little more because they're a ranged unit. So now we're moving into archers. Now the archers don't have a faster fire rate, I think, but they don't do as much damage. And I didn't put them far enough back. They don't have a lot of hit points, and the men absolutely shredded them. Okay, moving on to musketeers. Musketeers. So obviously, as with any ranged unit, you're gonna want to place them farther back, because they're a ranged unit, so they have more range shooting. All right. So we have our musketeer line. We're doing 20 of them because the musketeers have a very slow reload rate, and actually when they shoot, it's a random thing, so the bullets don't always hit. So but with the blue to red ratio, it's almost guaranteed that you'll get one hit. Then you'll get a couple hitting, so you know. Alright, moving on to AK-47s. Moving on to AK-47s. Now these AK-47s and the M16s are really good units in this game. This against the plebs, I'm gonna call them, I'm gonna call them the townsfolk because they don't have weapons. So obviously the AK-47s absolutely shredded the townsfolk. And now moving on to M16s. Now the M16s have a smaller clip and a smaller range, but they do more damage. So they lost, which kind of sucks. We might run that again. Yeah, we're gonna run that again, just with 3 more M16s. Yeah, okay, so this time, looks like the M16s are going to win. Alright, so yeah, the M16s barely pull out a victory there. Moving on to cavalry, so your mounted units. You got your, just get rid of the M16s. Moving on to cavalry, you got your knights. Obviously, they're kind of like jousters, they work like that. So they come through, absolutely demolishing them, and then they run to the other side. Hold up, I'm just gonna get a better camera angle. They run to the other side of the map, turn around, and run through the enemy again. That, see? So those 2 men right now are following the main heavy cavalry, but then there's also cavalry behind them. There's 1 guy left, and he got absolutely destroyed. Alright, next, we're moving on to a similar unit, mounted infantry again, but instead of horses, they're on camels. Yes, you heard that correctly, camels. Now here we go. So the camels are obviously slower because it's camels, but they kind of work the same. You know, they come through, they attack, and then they turn around. But they turn around a lot faster, and they don't go all the way to the end of the map. They turn around maybe 3-4 paces away. So they circle back around so that they can actually hit the enemy with their swords. So we're just going to battle finish here. And as you can see, those 2 men are chasing the camel, and the camel behind them. And yeah, okay, so red won again, because obviously, now we're moving on to bear riders. Now these guys look a little different than the knights and the camel riders. They don't run through and then circle back around. They stop and attack. Like, they're absolute beasts for the unit. Because I'm on an icy map, they show polar bears. But if I move to like a different background setting, it'll change. The background setting doesn't affect anything. Just to make that clear. So get rid of those. Now we're moving on to chariots. Chariots do the same thing as the knights, the camelback riders, except they have archers on the back, like chariots, kind of. Like chariots. So boom, we're shooting, and they also run over people. It's kind of funny. Alright, so red won again. Now we're moving on to the best cavalry unit, war elephants. So we're only going to use 3 war elephants. So here we go. Boom, 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 war elephants. Obviously the war elephants are really good, and they absolutely shred through the peasants, the townsfolk, whatever you want to call them. Their in-game name is man, but I'm just calling them like peasants or townfolks. Now we're moving on to heavy weapons, which got your cannons, stuff, and then we have special troops. We're gonna skip over the heavy weapons because they're just so annoying. Because if there's like one, if you place it too far back, it's like 5 seconds for them to like move, and it's not very efficient. I can't speed this up at all. So we're just moving on to special units. So yeah, those ninjas, they have melee and ranged. Pirates are basically the same. Now we have bomb troops, which you'll see in a second what they do. Yay! Yes, they are literally suicide bombers. Next we have mages. So they shoot fireballs from their staffs, and if the enemy gets too close, they're putting legs right there, and you get too close, they slam their staffs into the ground, sending a wave of fire out. Next, we're moving on to giants. Giants are, well, they're giants. Pretty big for like the game. They do so much damage. They have 920 hit points at level 2. See, look at that. Look at all those peasants flying through the air. Next, we're moving on to mage towers. They do the exact same as mages, just they're in a tower and they can't move. So obviously, yeah, if the troop is too fast, they sometimes miss. Obviously, the same thing with mages, send like the shockwave. Oh, they actually took their tower there. I'm actually surprised with that. Anyways, those are all the units, and then these are your epic units, which you have to pay money for, and I'm cheap. Anyway, so now we are moving on to our big battle. So I'm going to be playing the game mode I like to call take out the mage tower. So you have to take out the mage tower to win. And pretty much, you have a mage tower on either side, and then you build your army, like kind of protecting that. So on the red side, we're gonna build a Roman army. So you got your shield wall, your spearmen, and we're gonna have your, what I like to call crazy axe murderers. Or no, actually no, let's put guards in. Crazy axe murderers are a little too good. And then put chariots flanking on either side. And then we'll have just a bunch of ballistas. Because why not, you know? Actually, wait, no, that's too much ballistas. We'll throw in some auxiliary forces, which are in the Roman army, like alliances and stuff, who aren't actually part of the Roman army, so we're just going to throw in some ninjas there. Now we'll throw in the ballistae. There we go. Ballistae are down. Now we're switching over to the blue side. It's going to be a giant army. Actually, you know what? No, let's make it a wedge formation. Like what they do in the Roman army to drive the enemy, to split the other enemy's formation. We'll do a cheese wedge, as it was called, because it's shaped like a wedge. Yeah. Alright, so boom, and then fill it in. We will do, let's go like 80 giants or so. We'll do 88 giants. 3, go. So as you can see, the red army is charging. The ballistae is very slow. So obviously they don't get there. As you can see, the pumpkins. Now the ballistae is remained and they're firing. The ballistae actually have a high rate of fire and do a ton of damage. So when they take it, and if they don't hit something, they just skitter through. And then if they hit something, then they do damage to that. Yeah. It looks like the ninjas are actually doing this. They're actually distracted. Look at all the giants that just fell there. That's the ballistae. Just firing bolt after bolt after bolt with the giant army. Boom, boom, boom. Giants are dead. Obviously the mage tower is going to lose because it's just one mage tower. It's all with ballistae, but it's going to take like 40 billion years for the ballistae to get over there, so I'm just going to end it, and we'll save red one. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. See all you fellas later. Yeet.